Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Is Canelo too slow for Crawford right now? With all due respect, Canelo and Crawford are fighting right now. One thing's for sure. They'll put their gloves on. They'll fight. But fight fans around the world can only hope that we get a mashup, crash up in that ring and not a super one-sided fight that leaves us all with the feeling that we recently experienced when we watched Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, and Canelo all fight in the same weekend and give us a shit sandwich. But make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, become a member to the channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Now, there are some people who are saying, look, man, Canelo hasn't slowed down. You're getting that wrong. You guys are looking at the school fight, and you're blaming Canelo for how Williams' school performed. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I knew it was going to be a difficult fight, Canelo and school, because of school style. But I just felt that Canelo would be a little faster and hoping he would be a little lighter on his feet to try to catch up to Skull. But Skull, he may have been Cuban, but he probably half Cuban, half cheetah, because that man was hauling ass. I ain't never seen nothing like that. But this is what I want to point out to those out there who are saying Canelo fought his normal fight. When Canelo fought Miguel Cotto, the punch statistics, let me make this a little bigger for you, okay? Canelo Alvarez landed 155 of 484 punches, 32%, okay? Cotto threw 629, landed 129. But it's about Alvarez. Remember, he threw 484 punches, okay? Now, the thing is, when he fought Skull, Canelo threw 152 punches. Skull threw 293. All right? That's not good. That's not good, folks. That's not good. Now, it was so bad that people came out here and put together a list of the fewest combined punches thrown in a 12-round fight. Horrible. Haney and Garcia. It's just bad. So again, when you take a look at Canelo Alvarez, 152 punches here for Skull, and then 484 punches were thrown when he fought Miguel Cotto. Now, let me show you something. Now, remember, this is shit I'm getting off the internet. Some of this stuff can be wrong. Now, when you talk about Terrence Crawford, right? Let me show you something here. Now, when Crawford fought Sean Porter, okay, you can look at Crawford's numbers. 15 punches in the first round, 36 in the second round, 29, 32, 38, 50, 30, 39, 41, 18 in the 10th round where he stopped Sean Porter, okay? But Crawford was able to throw 328 total punches. And remember, the fight stopped in the 10th round where he was able to stop Sean Porter. He landed 30% of his shots, okay? But when Terrence Crawford fought Majumov, Crawford threw 7, 7, 9, 22, 8, 22. Let me go up. He threw 18, 21, 23, 21, 26, 15, 17, 13, 13, 21, 17, 18. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm sorry. It's jabs. Okay, Crawford threw 25, 28, 32, 43, 34, 37, 41, 37, 27, 37, 39, and 53 punches around. I was reading this saying, damn, those numbers are low. That's not what I just read. I didn't scroll up all the way. So you look at what Crawford was throwing. Crawford here in 2024, per round is throwing, let me make sure I get it right this time, is throwing about the same that he was throwing when he fought Sean Porter. So Crawford has been pretty consistent with his punch output, although Crawford, I think, is 38 now. Look at those numbers now. 25, 28, 32, 43, 34. That's against Madrimov. Now, take a look at when he fought Porter. 15, 36, 29, 32, 50, 38. And when you come down and look at the total punches thrown, Crawford threw 328 when he fought Porter. Now, when he fought Madrimov, Crawford threw 433. But that went 12 rounds. If the fight would have gone 12 rounds with Porter, Crawford would have thrown probably close to that. So what I'm getting at is Canelo has slowed significantly. Crawford has remained consistent. This is going to be a problem for Canelo, man. Now, do I think Crawford beats Canelo? Look, I'm going to tell you. Canelo's a bad boy. And only clowns out here will come out here and say Canelo doesn't stand a chance against Crawford. That's unfair. If we're going to make a statement like that, we should be saying Crawford doesn't stand a chance against Canelo. Canelo's 168 pounds. He's comfortable at that weight. As far as him fighting better competition, I think that's fair to say. Canelo has fought the better competition. Canelo has fought the harder hitters. His chin has stood up to the punches of some vicious fighters. Okay? So Canelo deserves all the credit. So for you Canelo fans out there, there you go. Hood Champion just said some good stuff about Canelo. But I got to be real. Just watching Canelo and over the last couple of years, especially with this last fight, he has slowed. There's some slippage there. Some people say Crawford's slipping. And some people say he was getting hit with too many right hands. I'm going to tell you this. There is slippage with Crawford too. But when I look at what's coming up here in September when they fight, I do believe Crawford. And people keep, you see, there's the one thing about viewers with this content that we create, right? Yeah, I'm eyeball itching. I'm supposed to go fishing today and Mother's Day, so I didn't go. Let me just say this, right? Do y'all think I'm on a fishing expedition when I say there's a good chance somebody gets popped for peds? You think I'm just throwing shit to the wall to see if it sticks? This is boxing, people. Y'all, when I say that, why are people getting offended? So what? This is people don't cheat in boxing and get away with it. People don't cheat in boxing and get caught. When you have a high stakes fight, like what we have coming up with Canelo and Crawford, why wouldn't we talk about the possibilities of someone making sure their strength and conditioning coach, their nutritionist, their dietitian, whoever it is, themselves, are making sure they get fueled with the right stuff so they can get in there and throw the punches they need to throw per round. Have the conditioning to fight hard when things get thick in there for 12 rounds, and to make sure that they're fueled to the point to where their punch resistance is as good as it can possibly be. You see that snack program? All I'll say is this. I find it hard to believe that everything with snack is perfectly legal, everything is perfectly clean, and all fighters are just benefiting off of the research and the work that's been done to put together an effective program. I understand the shit about the chambers and different types of treatment they give fighters. I get that. But you can't make me believe that a guy like Victor Conte, when he's there, involved with supplementation and different things, right? You can't make me believe that him working with fighters and his fighters performing at an optimal level as they advance in age, you can't make me believe that he doesn't know what to give them that's going to achieve the same results as a banned substance. Remember the thing, it may be legal, but it's going to give you the same results as a banned substance. I do believe some of that shit happens with snack. Now remember, it's just a conversation. I'm just here thinking outside the box. But I do feel that way. You look at I remember when I was in the military, man. You had that shit, the Zenadrin, Oxycut. There was something else. But one of those got banned. People couldn't take it. Something about their during their urinalysis. But the other ones were okay. So what I'm getting at is, if they could have that for like the Zenadrin, the Oxycut, and there was something else, I can't remember, it was a pill. Wouldn't that be the same? Why couldn't we apply that to these other performance enhancement drugs? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Crawford is going to put on some size. He is walking around looking like a French bread, right? He doesn't look, it's like me. When people see me, they're like, damn, hood champion, swole. I'm 262 pounds. But it's a bloated kind of swole. It's not me, streamlined physique, ripped, 200 pounds, 215, right? I need to lose weight. But don't get me wrong. I look good at this weight. I look great, spectacular at the lower weight. Can I run hills at this weight and for an hour and talk on live stream boxing? Yes, no problem. If I was 200 pounds or 215, could I run that shit for an hour much faster? Could I cover more distance in an hour than I do at 260 pounds? Yes. So for Crawford putting on weight, I don't know how fast he's going to be, but I'm pretty sure he'll be faster than Canelo. But that's the other thing to be fair about, is Crawford's going to be faster. Canelo may have to chase him around, but Canelo may not have to be that fast on his feet, because Canelo's not fighting a 147-pound Crawford that Spence fought, a 154-pound Crawford that Madrimov fought. He's fighting a 168, but I'm going to assume Crawford's going to come in there close to 168. For those who are saying, oh, Crawford just going to come in about 158, 160. No. Crawford knows he's going to get in there with Canelo. He can't just sit there and allow Canelo to just out-muscle him, to bully him around. Because I doubt it's going to be a big ring. I think he's going to be a medium-sized ring. I can't see Turkey Al-Sheikh. And see, I should save this for another video. I can't see Turkey Al-Sheikh deciding to have Canelo and Crawford fight in a huge ring to where Crawford can utilize all of that real estate to run. After Turkey Al-Sheikh put on a huge event, paid multiples of millions of dollars to Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Tio Rowley, all those guys, Barbosa Ramirez, Canelo Alvarez school, right? To come now and have another shit show in what's supposed to be the biggest fight probably in 10 years. Crawford and Canelo. So for those of you out there, this is a whole nother video right here, but I'm going to just give it to you because I'm running my big mouth. Don't be surprised if Canelo has to chase Crawford, but not too far, because Crawford's in a small ring. And for those of you saying, oh, Crawford would never agree to that, Crawford is chasing money. Crawford going to turn down the fight for $100 million because it's a 18 by 18 ring instead of a 20 by 20 or 24 by 24, whatever the dimensions are. I think it's 16 by 16, 18 by 18, 20 by 20. Crawford going to turn down the money? Anyway, that's the real question here. They're both up there in age, and Crawford and Canelo in boxing years is way older than Crawford. Man, got almost 70 fights. That's a lot of damn fights. But is Canelo too slow for Terrence Crawford? That's a real question. This ain't about making jokes and me, I'm always out here joking and shit. I mean, really. What's going to happen when they get in that ring? Even if Crawford is having success, jabbing, switching southpaw, this is the other thing. How fast can Crawford switch from orthodox to southpaw, weighing 160-something pounds? You don't think Canelo going to see the footwork and time when Crawford is switching and catching when he's switching, or jump at him? Canelo will jump in, he'll leap in, he'll throw something. And for those who say, when he jump in, Crawford will catch him. Not if Crawford won't catch shit if Crawford is changing stances. He got caught by Madrimov changing stances, and Madrimov caught his ass. So these guys are elite. The shit I'm saying, some of you probably never even thought about, because some of you have never been in a damn boxing ring. And if you have, I don't know what your experience is. Some of you know what I'm talking about. You can time it. That footwork is everything. And I did see Crawford get caught switching from southpaw to orthodox by Madrimov. Anyway, great fight. We can go back and forth. I could argue all day that Canelo's going to win. I could argue all day that Crawford's going to win. But the bottom line is that we don't know. But one thing we do know, that's why I gave you the facts. Canelo's not throwing 400-something punches a fight anymore, people. He threw quite a bit of him and Munguia. But the person who's been consistent with their punch output has been Crawford. And again, I always say, in fights, you have two elite fighters. One's going to be a bit more special because he has the ability to up it. And Crawford has always shown the ability to up it. Problem is, he's going up in weight. So even if he tries to up it, it may not be good enough when you got a damn bull like Canelo Alvarez over there, just waiting for you to make a mistake so he can get you up out of there. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.